Hi, women of Sunrise Church. I wanted to create a special message for you. I know you're going through the real you, believing your true identity. And I want to say I have a lot of subscribers on my YouTube channel. So what this is, it is a video to encourage you as you are pressing into knowing your true identity and seeing yourself through God's eyes. So you women at Sunrise, I want to say you are really going for it, and I am so proud of you. Knowing your identity, learning about it, posturing in your true identity is huge. I mean, it takes perseverance, and I want you to recognize there is a war going on. There is a war going on for you to not know your identity. Remember how Jesus was challenged in the wilderness and the devil came and said, if you are the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. Well, he's saying the same thing to you. He's saying, you can't do this. Who do you think you are? He's saying various things to get you to quit, to stop, to doubt, and to just not move forward. Well, you women of Sunrise, that is not who you are. You are dangerous women. And I want to encourage you because you're going across the Jordan into the Promised Land, and your fearless leaders there who are leading this study are taking you across the Jordan. There's a passage in Joshua where God says, well, there's a couple of them I want to share with you. And he says in verse 3, I will give you every place you set your feet, as I promised Moses. Now, where you are setting your feet in this study is in the promises of God. Going into the Promised Land is taking the promises. And there are giants in the land. So you'll have war. You will have things come against you to keep you from coming to the study, to keep you from posturing in the verses. Recognize the war. It's in your spiritual DNA to overcome. You are an overcomer. You are victorious already. So I encourage you to just take that stance of, I am not going to quit, I'm going to do this. Now I want to share another verse in Joshua chapter 1, where God says in verse 9, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be terrified, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. God is with you as you're going through this process of seeing yourself through God's eyes and identifying the lies that have kept you from believing who God says you are. Ultimately, you will get there, but you are taking active steps to obtain the promises now in your life. Now, in this book, in The Real You, the book that you are studying, you have posturing verses. And with these verses, when you say them, you are prophesying over yourself. You're speaking of your future. You may not fully see some of these verses manifested in your life right now, but they will be. They're resident inside of you, and they're coming forth. So when you say things like, I am fearless, I'm unbeatable, I'm victorious, there could be a big part of you saying, well, I don't know, but it is something that is already true about you, that you carry. God will have a pure and spotless bride for your bridegroom. You will arrive at that place at some point. Right now, you are pursuing the promises of God, and you are contending for who you are, that you would live that out in your life. So I encourage you with that, and I encourage you to persevere, to recognize the warfare. I am telling you, you can do this. You are amazing, amazing women that you're going for it like this. Now, when it's time to posture in the verses morning and night, I will warn you that all the forces of hell are going to come against you to keep you from doing it. But make that stance that you will speak those verses. You will align yourself with heaven. You'll align your thoughts with heaven, and you'll posture your whole being to agree with heaven. I made a few notes. I want to say and I kind of said everything that I wrote in the notes, but those verses that you're speaking are already resident in you, and you're just calling them forth. So I want to tell you guys that I love you. I'm praying for you. You've got this. Don't give up. You can do it.